Alright, today we're having a look at Hello Autumn by Alex33 underscore. Alright, so here we are in Hello Autumn by Alex, and I learned today that which I may not be pronouncing correctly, I hope I am, it means easy in German, so easy Alex 33. It just showed up today on my recommended to play list, and it was published like 10 hours ago, which I think means that the published date is the 16th of October, but because of time zones, it might be in fact the 15th. I don't know, I hope I got it right. I am liking the look of this level a lot. It is lovely and cute. Got some really nice... What is our sticker? Oh, do we have a sticker? Where's the sticker from? I have no idea. I honestly don't know. Where's the sticker from? Oh, we got objects. I would have preferred just regular points, to be honest, but that's okay. I'm not, apparently I have, Alex, hearted. I don't remember, I've got the level Bunkum Beaches, was hearted, so, didn't like that. So I assume that I've had good experiences with Alex's levels previously. I'm having a pretty good experience with this one. I didn't like that bit right there because the way that... I'm sorry, excuse me? I'm sorry, where do you want me to land on that? It's not grabbable, unfortunately. That would make things a lot... Oh, I'm supposed to jump over those! Okay, because I just saw the score bubbles. Okay, I just saw the score bubbles. I just noticed them. I do kind of feel like that's it's not really great communication. It's one reason that I don't like horrible gas as a discrete hazard, where it's important to know where the hitboxes are because it's so hard to read the hitboxes of the horrible gas here. Like so. I would have said that I cleared the actual object, so I'm guessing that the horrible gas has a hitbox that's going beyond the object just a little bit. Don't like that part. I'm sorry, Alex, that part is maybe... I could do without that bit, but I like these little swinging acorns. I think they're pretty cute! Okay, that was me. That was totally me. I wasn't paying attention. I was thinking about the acorns and how cute they were, and then I died. Look at this lad. I love this lad. What a sweetie. I've only got 16 seconds left. That's not a lot of time. Let's just get over to the other side here. There's a whole other switch trigger that I haven't found yet, and I wonder where it is. But we gotta get back to the hub. We're gonna talk about it there, and we'll see ya. And we're back, and Hello Autumn by Alex33 underscore. I've learned today a new thing. Einfach means easy in German. I didn't know that because I didn't take German in high school. I thought it was going to be too hard, and I mean, honestly, French was too. So, you know, there's that. But anyways, I really enjoyed this level. I think it's a nice, pretty robust. It doesn't overstay its welcome, very well presented level with a good, pretty quick-paced gameplay. Quick-paced is maybe precisely the word that I want, but it keeps a good pace. It keeps a strong pace throughout the level. I really enjoyed a lot of parts of this level, and there are some parts that I do feel bring it down justifiably to a yellow square, but it's a solid yellow square, and I highly recommend folks going out and giving this one a play. I realize by the time that you watch this, if you watch this, it will have been up since the 16th, and so hopefully it's got a few more plays on it now. It was only in low double digits when I played it, and there's only 2 folks on the scoreboard, one of which is me, and that's a real shame because this is quite enjoyable. As I mentioned in the video, and I have played Bunkum Beach by Alex. Hi, Alex. And I put a heart on it, and I think it was maybe more of a supportive heart than a heartfelt heart because I played through Bunkum Beach a second time to look at this one and see like what it was like and how I felt about it, and it does feel like the much weaker of the two levels. I don't feel like the cameras in the space are used particularly well. Cameras are pulled back really far. A lot of times you've got like a lot of flat traversal, and yeah, there's swimming, but I always find swimming to be a little bit dull. So it's a stark contrast, I think, to Hello Autumn, where Hello Autumn has a much stronger sense of place. The cameras are much better placed than they were in Bunkum Beach. And generally, I had a lot more fun with it. I think it was a really great level. Now, I mentioned the presentation, and it is very well presented. I love the color scheme that's used in this, and I think like that kind of orange and earth tone color scheme tends to look really nice in LBP levels when it's leveraged correctly. I think all the way back to the Savannah levels, where you've got a lot of that color theming, and it looks really good here. There's lots of movement in the environment. You've got like bunnies that pop out of bushes, and you've got like crows that move a little bit, spiders that drop down. I love the spiders because like it's clearly a string connector, and it's got like the big connection on the actual like cardboard of the spider object. It's like, it's clunky, but it's really cute, and it kind of harkens back to that LBP1 feel. There is an extended section in the level here that is kind of recreating one of the hallways in the, I forget which of the gardens levels it is. The materials are different and like the decorations are different, but the layout is exactly that layout, and I thought that was like really cool. It doesn't overstay its welcome. It's not like just like straight up a copy of it, but it's like just this little piece of it to say like, hey, you know, you remember this, but I think it's used in a relatively good fashion. So that was really cool. I loved the presentation throughout the level. I didn't really have any problems there. As I said, the gameplay is well paced. You've got like, mostly it's your straightforward platformer. You got like a little bit of climbing that's going on in there. There's some grappling hook action that's going on. Like, nothing that's gonna be really big challenge to players. I think that, you know, most players are gonna be able to handle this type of gameplay without too much difficulty and without like probably too many deaths. We're gonna talk about that. It's one of the downsides. But yeah, like there's nothing that like stands out super like, well, this is like a really big thing. I think this is really super cool, but like all of it as a piece is really enjoyable. I had a fun time throughout the level. There wasn't any part of it that I felt was getting over frustrating or that felt like it was going on over long. There was like I talk a lot about like reusing elements in levels and kind of building upon those elements, and you do see there's like a particular element. I think it was a lot more common in LBP2 levels, where you've got like a wall, and there's bounce pads on one side of it, and there's like a grabbable round bit on the top, and you're gonna like grab onto that bit, run into the bounce pad, it's gonna flip you over to the top, and then you progress on. And you see that come up a couple times in the level here, and it's kind of cool that the elements are being reused, but there's nothing really done with those elements on successive occasions that's like exactly the same thing as it was previously. It's not like a real big problem because it's not like a really big element in the level, but like I do think that kind of changing it up just a little bit to give a bit of a progressive difficulty or a bit of a different feel when you're reusing these elements, I do think can be a worthwhile technique. Now, I did say that there are a couple points that do bring down the level for me. One of them is a bit of your mileage may vary, but it is something that kind of grates on my nerves a little bit. There are a ton of prizes in this level, and there don't need to be, really. Like, there's lots of objects, there's lots of stickers, and I'm, especially as I've kind of gone on in my LBP career, if you go play Bloomin' Onions from LBP2 that I did, and there's like way too many prizes in that. Looking back on it now, there's just like, there's tons of them, and there didn't really need to be. I wasn't really giving away anything in that level that was really all that great, and I kind of feel like prizes should be reserved for things that you're, and this is, I don't know, because maybe, you know what, maybe Alex33_ is really proud of these things and does want to share them, and that maybe I'm being a jerk for saying, hey, like there's too many in the level, but I do feel like ultimately that there are too many in the level, and there's some of them, like there's a couple of them that are set up through sticker switches, which I love. Folks, put in a couple sticker switches, I will love you. I think they're great. Unfortunately, the sticker switches here, they only serve to give prizes, but at the very least, like, those prizes are optional. They pop out of wherever they pop out of. You can choose whether you want to pick them up or not. That's fine. There are a couple of prizes in the level where it's like you just can't avoid picking them up, and I kind of hate that. To be honest, I feel like that's kind of strong language, and I don't want to dunk on the level, and I don't want to dunk on Einfosh Alex, because I think they did a great job with it, but like I do hate having prizes that I can't choose to avoid, because I pick up all the prizes because I'm never sure if there's going to be like a sticker in there that I'm going to need to unlock something in a later playthrough if I'm doing it for archive stuff. So I grab everything, and then I just have to delete all of it later on, and there's a lot to delete here. There's a lot also in Bunkum Beach. There's just tons of prizes in there. That's an issue, but like I said, maybe that's a me issue, and it might not be a you issue. And if it's not, then hey, I hope that you enjoyed these prizes. Maybe there's something in there that's you're going to be like, hey, that's super cool, I want to use that too. Kind of harkening back to last week when we talked about using community objects that we get as prizes in our own levels, and how much is that actually done. Maybe you'll find something here that you like, so that's cool. There is another issue though that I did find that I do feel is a little bit more of a thing, and that's like using poison gas in this level. There's two poison gas bits in the level, and one is that one that we saw in the first impressions video where you've got like those kind of leaf piles that are poisonous, and it's a little bit tough. Like you can see the horrible gas, not like really well, but when I first ran into that obstacle, and part of it was because I was paying attention to speaking as well as to playing, and you can't really do both sometimes, I was reading that as though you were supposed to jump on the leaf piles and the poison gas was in between, and it's actually the opposite way around. Now there are point bubbles in there that you can see if you're paying attention, and that will clue you in, oh, this is what I'm supposed to do. But the other problem with that is, as we mentioned in the first impressions video, horrible gas has got a horrible hitbox, or well, a horrible hurt box, I guess is the way to put it, and it's really, really hard to tell like how close you can be to it before you're dead, and there's not like a lot of wiggle room here, and it's hard to tell like where that wiggle room is, and I just like, it's it's probably the best obstacle for the effect that Einfosh Alex was going for, but I just like, I don't think it's a particularly good one, unfortunately. The other issue with the horrible gas, and it's a slightly larger one, there's a number of places in the level where Einfosh Alex has used the horrible gas to make invisible, like, kill zone barriers. A couple times, like, just to keep you from jumping back in the level where you really shouldn't be, or to jump off something that would absolutely kill you. I would almost rather have an invisible wall, but I would really rather have something that just blocks the player from progress, but that is integrated into the level, like a wall there, or some kind of spiky thing. Something that's blocking you off, but just like to have it empty like that. And there's one where it's like, well, that would probably have absolutely killed you anyways, but you die before you actually go into the drop. Like, it's a wall of horrible gas, invisible. It's not like a kill floor that's below the drop. The other one, it looks like it would have looped you back around in the level, and I kind of thought to myself, like, hey, what if there's like a secret hit in there or something? That would be kind of neat, and it's not, it's just death, and I didn't really like that very much. There's another place in the grappling hook section, and this one kind of like really stuck out to me and ground my gears just a little bit, where I thought to myself, like, wouldn't it be neat to get like a really big swing, like the biggest swing that I could try to pull off, and see if like I could hit that Velociraptor, and if it would throw me someplace interesting. You know, has Einfosh Alex accounted for that? And yeah, they did, by putting like a ceiling of horrible gas so that if you actually get the biggest swing that you can get, and you throw yourself up and try to go into the Velociraptor, you'll actually just go into the horrible gas and died. And I kind of sat there for a second. I was like, what happened? What? Why? Why did that happen? Because it's invisible. And there's other places in the level where the horrible gas walls are not invisible, where you can see that that's supposed to be blocked off to the player, and it wasn't here, and I'm just kind of like, I was just left a little bit at a loss. Like, those 3 parts are really small, and 2 of those parts you're not going to encounter unless you're doing something silly, like I was. So they're not like really an issue, they're more of a failsafe, and I understand the wanting to have a failsafe in those places. The Velociraptor one is a little bit iffier, but again, it's like, it's probably something that you're not going to run into because the pathing is telling you that you don't need a huge jump to get in that Velociraptor. I was just kind of showing off a little bit, I was flexing a little bit. So most players aren't going to run into that either, but I do think it's kind of, it's a little bit poor technique to use in those areas in what is otherwise a really fun level, a level that I do honestly feel like I can strongly recommend, and I do. I encourage you to please go out and play this level, because I think it's a hoot. I had a great time with it. But I think that pretty much does it for us here. This go about. It's almost Halloween, that's why we're in the Spooky Hub, but I didn't actually play that many Halloween levels this year, so, you know, that's a thing, I guess. But we've got we've got a ghost, we've got ghosts, we've got eyeballs. It's, you know, it's a thing, it's Halloweeny, and I gotta go, I gotta stream in like a couple of seconds, so like, from me, Disco, here in Tokyo, to all of you out there, wherever you may happen to be, thank you, arigato, arigato, sayonara, see you, and ciao, ghosts!